hear it.
All right, welcome back. So if you think you're as funny as our last guest, but you don't really know how to get started in comedy, what can you do? Well, take a class, of course. Our next guest is the founder of Creative Veins Performing Arts Studio. He opened the studio here in Jacksonville last year to help beginning and experienced actors and comedians hone their skills, so you can try it out. Joining us with the details, we welcome touring comic and professional actor Keary McCutchen to the show. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
This is such a different idea because we don't hear kind of the backgrounds of, you know, comedians learning this craft. We just think they're just born funny.
Yes.
Aren't they?
They're born good.
Yeah, okay.
So, I mean, it's just like music. You can teach how to read music, how to write music, but is that necessarily going to make somebody an excellent composer? No. So we can't make anybody great. That's up to the individual. What we can do, though, is we can teach you how to perform, we can teach you how to write a joke, and we can teach you what laughter is and why people laugh. And so if you have all of those different building blocks, then you're able to sort of put together some jokes and a material and know how to perform them.
There's nothing more fun than to laugh, and there's nothing better to be entertained by a great comic, but I just don't think I have the skills to pay the bills.
I mean, you probably don't, but you should. No, I'm just kidding.
I get it. I mean, it's a unique craft.
Well, I mean, if you've ever made anybody laugh in your personal life, I mean, I didn't see.
Unintentionally or intentionally.
But that's, I mean, what laughter really is. I've done a lot of research on like psychology and neuroscience. Laughter is it's almost like this animal noise, and it's very contagious. But what a lot of people think is laughter is just agreement. It's me too. And so whenever you're laughing at a joke, it's because you're like, oh yes, I understand. I can relate.
I've never heard that. That's a great way to put that.
Yeah, and so really what you're doing is, the reason why we laugh is because it's a surprise. Humans don't really listen, we anticipate. And so when you're anticipating what they're going to say next, if you say something unexpected and it's a pleasant surprise that they understand, you'll get a laugh.
So is that why I nervous giggle? I can't tell you how many times I laugh in the wrong settings.
No,
you know, I mean,
Mary Tyler Moore, you know, laughing.
Yeah, laughter is for releasing anxiety. If you watch any sort of fail video where somebody falls and gets hurt really seriously, there's a silence and people are like waiting, but as soon as they realize that they're okay, everyone starts laughing.
So
Laughter is a way for us to release anxiety. And so if you really watch comedy, you'll see a lot of comics, they'll say something that creates a lot of anxiety. They'll bring up something controversial like politics or religion. People stiffen up, and then they'll say something surprising, and then you'll see everybody laugh, and then it relaxes. But the other great thing about laughter, too, is because it's that Me Too, I understand, it really does bring people together. And there's a lot of comedians that I love. For example, like Dave Chappelle has a bit on grape drink and Sunny D. And he's like, the black kid likes the purple stuff. But I love that joke, and I know a lot of other white people who love it. And it's not really a black-white joke. It's more of like a poor growing up drinking like grape drink and
sugar water,
the little barrels. So it's all about really comedy is taking your personal experiences and presenting them in a way that's universal, because we all have like a shared experience, and that's really what the arts are all about. It's how do we have these common things that we always go through, and it's why I think like as a growing up as like a 12-year-old, I could respond to like gangster rap. I'm like, yeah, I know what it's like to be held down. I want to stay up till 11, and my parents are, you know, like the man, and it's just like it transcends. And I think when you watch movies or books, they transcend hundreds of years sometimes and different cultures. So.
Well, how did you end up in Jacksonville? Tell us about this 12-year-old boy who grew up in Chicago.
I wasn't always a comedian. I didn't know that I was going to do that or even be an actor. I did IT and had my own consulting company for a number of years, and work led me to Jacksonville, and that's where I got started in stand-up. And
this isn't like, we aren't known to be like the entertainment mecca around here, and I love...
Not yet, not yet.
I love...
Give us
we
but I love how much, you know, our whole entertainment culture period is really, really blossoming all the way around. So this is such an awesome addition.
No, I totally agree. I've been in Jacksonville for about 6 years, and to be honest, I wasn't really excited about the way things were, and part of me opening the studio was because I wanted to change that. And sort of raise the bar. And I've just been really excited about the folks that have come through and taken classes, and getting to have a student come through and then to see them go up on stage and just
kill it.
Crush is, to be honest, that's more rewarding than killing it yourself.
How diverse a group is it that comes and takes your class?
It is crazy diverse. I have like a dentist who's just finishing up, a yoga instructor, single mom, IT workers, all over the place.
And these are people that didn't have like comedy backgrounds at all.
No, we've not had, we've had a couple people come through who were working comics and they just wanted some help like writing and editing. But the vast majority of people are regular folks who...
I was going to ask, you have to have experience to take your classes?
Right. Yeah.
Or
How do you do this?
You have to have life experience. You have to have existed and done some things, so you have something to talk about. But other than that, no. We teach you how to write. We teach you the basics of what comedy is and really what you're trying to do as a comedian. And then we spend a lot of time writing and editing because you got to do your work. And then we spend a little bit of time on stage mechanics and how to deliver what you wrote.
So is this strictly for comedians, or do you also, you said you started as an actor, do you also do acting classes, or how does that work? What do you offer?
Yes, we do stand-up classes and acting classes. We have sort of an intro acting class, which is sort of like just dipping your toe in acting, and then we have a more advanced acting class for people who are really serious about it and want to learn a few of the different styles. I teach Meisner, Strasberg, and practical aesthetics.
Very cool.
So who are the instructors? I mean, is it more people like you who initially didn't have this background in comedy?
It's mixed. We're growing really fast, and so I can't do everything. So I've just hired someone to sort of take over the intro to comedy class. He's very funny, and I had him go through and shadow me in a few classes, and he's doing a great job. His background was in IT, but he's been doing stand-up for about a year now, and he's had great success in Jacksonville. And then our acting coach for intro to acting and our kids acting classes, she has a theater degree and has been doing acting for years and years.
If people wanted to sign up for the class, how does that happen? Like, is there a website I get?
Yes, if you go to creativeveins.com, there's all the information on the classes, and you can sign up. The first class is free, just so people can come in and try it out and see if it's really for them. And then we do 4-week sessions.
And so how do you get graded on these? Like standing ovations, tomatoes thrown at you on stage?
How do I win? The
Rotten Tomato
test. It's all built on favoritism, so you really want to kiss up to me.
Okay.
Get first and check.
Yeah.
Okay, exactly. No, it's you know, kind of like what Guy was saying. You're never done. You're always trying to get better and push yourself higher and higher and higher. And I think the arts are just like any kind of athletics. If you stop working out or stop going to the gym, you lose it. And you really need to go, and you have to push yourself.
Yeah.
See, I'm a natural. Look, I'm going to win your class.
You got it.
There you go. No tomatoes for you, just a standing ovation.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
great. Well, Keary McCutchen, thank you so much for
Thank you for
coming.
having me. I appreciate it. It was
It's definitely a different look into comedy and all the real work that goes into it. It was really cool.
Cool.
So if you want to join the class, the next Intro to Stand-Up Comedy for Adults class is this Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. And to sign up or learn more about Creative Veins acting and comedy classes, visit the website creativeveins.com.